This wasn't just any old unsolved case. This was a full-blown enigma. The boy's body had no clear identification, no missing child reports matching his description, and no witnesses who could offer any clues. Who was the boy in the box? Hi, welcome to Bloodspot. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because you won't want to miss what we've got in store. Today, we're unraveling one of the most haunting cold cases in American history, the boy in the box. This mystery is so eerie, it's bound to send shivers down your spine. Grab a blanket, maybe even a teddy bear, because this one is chilling. Our story begins on a cold February day in 1957. A young man who was checking his rabbit traps when he stumbles upon something that stops him dead in his tracks. A large cardboard box. Inside, he finds the lifeless body of a small boy, naked, battered, and alone. The young man who found him hesitated to report it, fearing his traps would be confiscated. It wasn't until a few days later that a college student spotted the box while driving by and alerted the police. This delay in reporting unfortunately hampered the investigation from the start. This unidentified child was estimated to be between 3 and 7 years old. His body bore the signs of severe malnutrition and extensive physical abuse. He was covered in bruises, some of which appeared to be quite recent. Hair had been recently cropped, possibly after death, as clumps of hair clung to the body. There were signs of severe malnourishment, as well as surgical scars on the ankle and groin, and an L-shaped scar under the chin. The police were stumped. The boy's body was found wrapped in a flannel blanket and placed inside a JCPenney bassinet box. Despite this clue, no records of a missing child matching his description surfaced. The detectives pored over missing persons reports, consulted medical experts, and even enlisted the help of psychics. Despite the boy's tragic condition, the authorities found no leads to identify him. His fingerprints were taken, but yielded no matches. Flyers with his picture were distributed nationwide, and the case quickly grabbed the attention of the media. However, the boy remained nameless and his story untold. Police circulated a facial reconstruction of the boy, hoping someone would recognize him. Thousands of flyers were distributed throughout Pennsylvania and beyond. The city was plastered with his image, yet no one came forward. Leads poured in, but each one seemed more outlandish than the last. Detectives chased countless leads. They looked into missing children from all over the country, investigated a pair of carnival workers, and even explored the theory that the boy was a Hungarian refugee. But nothing stuck. The case was colder than an Alaskan winter. Now let's fast forward to some of the more bizarre twists. In 1960, an employee of the medical examiner's office named Remington Bristow consulted a psychic. Yes, you heard that right. A psychic. She led him to a foster home where he found a bassinet similar to the one the boy had been found in. This seemed promising, but after extensive investigation, it was another dead end. And then, in 2002, a woman identified as M came forward with a chilling tale. She claimed that her abusive mother had purchased the boy from his birth parents in 1954, named him Jonathan, and subjected him to horrendous abuse before killing him in a fit of rage. She described how her mother had tried to clean the boy's body, which aligned with the pruny fingers found on the boy. It seemed plausible, but alas, there was no solid evidence to corroborate her story. By this point, the boy in the box was buried in a pauper's grave, marked only as America's unknown child. Each year, people held services at his gravesite, leaving flowers and toys, hoping that one day he would be identified. The case remained unsolved for decades until the late 90s, when the first significant breakthrough came. Authorities exhumed the boy's body in 1998 for DNA testing. This led to a second exhumation in 2019, combining modern forensic techniques with genetic genealogy. The DNA was severely degraded, making it a painstaking process that took over 2 years to yield results. Enter Dr. Colleen Fitzpatrick and her team at Identifinders International. They managed to extract enough data to create a genealogical profile and uploaded it to DNA databases. This led to a match on the maternal side. With a court order, they accessed birth records from the suspected mother and found the boy's birth certificate, revealing his identity at last. Finally, on December 8, 2022, Philadelphia Police Commissioner Danielle Outlaw made the historic announcement. The boy in the box had a name: Joseph Augustus Zarelli. Joseph had living siblings, though both his parents were deceased. The revelation was monumental, but it also opened a Pandora's box of new questions. Who killed Joseph? Why was he subjected to such horror? These questions remain unanswered, and the case is still an active homicide investigation. The police have their suspicions but need more evidence to close the case entirely. Joseph Augustus Zarelli now rests in peace under a headstone bearing his true name, but his story is far from over. This case serves as a stark reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the relentless pursuit of justice. So what do you think? Could someone in Joseph's family hold the key to unlocking the rest of this mystery? Or is the killer still out there, hiding in plain sight? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most haunting cold cases, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another episode of Bloodspot. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe,